Hello students, welcome to the first day of class. Today we're kind of going to be going over the lecture introductions and the syllabus and everything. This is how we're going to be doing the rest of the semester, so keep that in mind. The reason I'm doing this is because a lot of people, or some people, don't have the availability to do Zoom or have the availability to do a internet broadcast or anything like that. So what I want to have is some availability for people to have this on any electronics or anything like that, so that they can have the lectures, the labs, whatever that they need. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is every lecture, every lab, I'm going to be posting these on Monday and Wednesday, probably in the morning, if not in the afternoon, as long as I can get it done as soon as I can. Okay, it's definitely going to be Monday and Wednesday. Okay, these are going to be probably about an hour long, depending on what all I can get in there, but you need to follow the tentative schedule to make sure that you can follow along with what we're going to be talking about for that day. Okay, also keep in mind I'm going to be posting the PowerPoint slides, so I'll be going through those slides along with you, and in these lectures, in the labs, I'll be posting the slides along with you to say, this is the slide I'm going to be on, this is what I'm going to be talking about during that time period. Okay, and you'll see it in the video. So really quick, in the course syllabus, let's go through that. Course syllabus is online. The lecture syllabus, the lab syllabus, and the class schedule is online through Blackboard. On the side panel where it says syllabus and schedule. So in the course syllabus, we'll look at lecture. This is biology for science majors, bio 1306 section, whatever section you are. I'm teaching two sections. One of the sections is 375, and yeah, the other section is 315. Okay. This is 100% online. I do believe that this is an anytime class, so I'll be posting Monday and Wednesday. Department Life Sciences. My name is Professor Hammack. I will be changing my name soon, but by the department standards, I am Professor Hammack. In context, my name change will be Professor Warren. W-A-R-R-E-N. What I will be doing later on, whenever we have more questions, more whatever, I will be hosting conference hours. I will be having a Zoom meeting later on whenever we can do Zoom meetings. For those who can attend these, I'll be having Zoom meetings Wednesdays from 5 to 6. Okay? For those who need answers immediately, you can email me. So my email is david.hammack, Hammack, @sjcd.edu. Okay, you can email me most anytime, but keep in mind there is a 24-hour window between the time that I get it and the time that I email me back. So 24-hour business time. Okay, I may not email you during the weekends, because I have a lot of other stuff to do. But during the weekdays, I should be here and I should be able to email you back. Syllabus represents San Jacinto College state-approved curriculum for this course. Blah, blah, blah. Course description. Lecture course, fundamental principles of living organisms will be studied. Yes, biology. Biology is study of living organisms. Blah, 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 blah. Rating correct. Lab must be included with this. Lab is biology, or 1106. So if you're not involved with that, you need to be. Textbook material is biology, the dynamic science, 5th edition, excuse me. That is not a textbook that you really need to have in copy. That should be available online during the first day, or at least soon. Okay, that will be available through course content. All right, so in your course content, there's a list. It'll be called Bio 1306. You should be able to click that. And you will have to sign up for Cengage, okay, if you haven't already. All right, keep in mind this is where your textbook homework will be coming from. Not every chapter will have the homework, all right, but all of the homework will be in the book. There should be 10 homework assignments throughout the semester, and you can find that all in there. So not every chapter will have a homework assignment. Keep that in mind. So you'll have to look through it. Okay, how the classes run, this is very important. As we are now in the process of an online class instead of face-to-face, which I prefer that, we must offer students availability to get information from the professor on lectures through the internet and technology. As I understand, this is not always available to everybody at the tip of their fingers, yes. I offer my students the capability to find my lectures through pre-recorded lectures through a channel on an anonymous YouTube channel that I have set up so they can see it through their phones or other devices, yeah. So this is the channel, this is the YouTube channel that I will be putting all of my lectures on. Once the class is over, all these videos are deleted. This is purely because it's proprietary information. Okay. If you have questions or comments about this process, please feel free to email me at my Sanjack email address. I have been told that I can do this process, so it's fine. Student learning outcomes. Describe the characteristics of life. Yeah. Explain the methods of inquiry based or used by scientists. Identify the basic requirements of life. Properties of major molecules needed for life. Yep. We'll be going through all of the complex molecules, organic molecules, inorganic molecules, stuff. Compare and contrast structures, reproduction, characteristics of viruses, prokaryotic, eukaryotic cells. Basic fundamentals. Structure of cell membranes, movement molecules, substrates, products, enzymes, genetics, chemical structures, unity, diversity, and evolution. Education outcomes, not really going to go through that. Grade range, you know the grade range. FX, excessive absences, we'll be going through that a little bit later when we talk about absences and how to go through attendance. Grading formula. 40% of your overall grade is lecture exams. Keep in mind that one of the exams is dropped. Okay, you may not see that until the end, because it is involved with what's called a weighted grade. Okay, I don't deal with that because it's an algorithm grade. Okay, all of that is included with a weighted average. All right, so all of the exams have to be taken into account first. All the 4 exams have to be taken into account first before one of them is dropped. I hope that makes sense. 10% of your grade is your homework assignments. So all of those online textbook homework assignments, that's your 10%. 30% is your overall lab average. So anything you do in the lab, that includes your lab practicals, your lab reports, and your lab assignments, all of those are 30% of your grade. And then 15% of your grade is your final exam. That is a comprehensive and mandatory exam. Okay? So that's all 15%. The last 5% is your attendance, and we'll talk about that right now. So attendance overall will be assessed for lab and lecture, both of them. Okay? This will be based upon your lab assignments and your lectures. So every time that I do one of these broadcasts, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a prompt, some type of question, all right, to ask, are you paying attention to what I'm saying? Okay? Attendance history will be monitored for excessive absences based on a trinity system, a trinary system. Okay? 2 means that you've found and answered the assignment most correctly. Right? So if I ask you a question and you've answered that question most correctly, that means that you get the maximum amount of points. 1 means you gave me an answer, but it wasn't really the correct answer. It wasn't really what I was going for. Either that or it's a late assignment. And then 0 means that you didn't give me any answer at all. Or that you were just absent at all. And this is where those absences keep up. For those attendance grades, the attendance grades will be due the following day at midnight. So if I put this up on Monday, I want you to have it done the following day. And I hope that makes sense. This is an anytime class, but I would like it to be kind of structured. After that due date, further assignments will need to be completed to make up that attendance grade. So if you're late, you will still be able to get that 1 point, but that late assignment will just have to be a different assignment. Okay? So that late assignment will usually be a half-page summary, just going over some parts of the video. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that's just what it's going to be. Probably a half-page summary of what we talked about during class. I know this is an anytime class, but I really want you to be able to keep structure. I really want to be able to keep structure in this class, and I want to be able to know that you're doing what you need to be doing. Students is solely responsible for making up any work of an excused or unexcused absence. This is important because I have to make sure that I report any attendance at the end of every week. Although this is an anytime class, I have to make sure that I keep my attendance records spotless. All right, so I need to make sure that you are keeping your attendance so that I can keep my attendance. right? I do reserve the right to give anybody an FX if they don't keep up with their attendance. This is a 100% online class. There's no expectation of synchronous class attendance. So yeah, if you do have some problems with keeping up with that attendance, there is going to be problems with keeping up with my attendance. But there is problems with excessive absences. So any student who misses more than 9 hours of unaccepted or unexcused absences may receive a grade of FX. Failure due to excessive absences. Attendance will be recorded in Blackboard every Monday. If you are marked absent for a class, you will receive an email notification. Yeah. Usually I do that. Sometimes I don't. But it's up to you to keep up with your attendance. Deadline enforcement will be strictly enforced. Okay? Make sure you keep up with your deadlines. Should you have any concern with deadlines, you need to email me before the deadline ends. If the deadline has ended, I can't do anything about it. Deadlines will not be extended after the deadline has ended. Okay? If you need to extend a deadline, you have to make sure that you do it before the deadline has ended. Otherwise, I can't do anything about it. The grade, the online thing does not let me. Homework policy. Homework is through Cengage through the book, and I kind of talked about this earlier. Homework assignments, that should say 10. Sorry. Yeah, homework assignments are 10. If you haven't fixed that, it should say 10% of the total grade for the course, not 15. So homework assignments are 10% of the total grade for the, did I say that correctly? Yeah, should be 10% of the total grades for the course, not 15. Homework assignments are not timed, and you'll have 2 attempts for the grade you desire, okay? These are pretty easy. I have a lot of people that get 100s for the homework. Just don't forget about them, okay? I have a lot of people that forgot about these, and they get like 60s or 30s on these, and it's not good for their grade, okay? None of these will be dropped, all right, because it's just easy. Homework assignments are due according to the dates on the class schedule. So all of your class schedule, all of the things on the course schedule, all of that has the homework assignments on there. So make sure you keep up with that. All homework assignments are due Sunday, November 29th at midnight. Lab assignments, we can kind of talk about that a little bit later, but I'm going to talk about it right now. Each week, you'll need to complete a pre-lab, a post-lab, and a lab assignment. Pre-labs are an individual grade. That will be due the day after they're assigned. So if it's Monday, it'll be due Tuesday. If it's Wednesday, it'll be due Thursday. The post-lab is a group grade, okay? You will have groups, probably of 4 or 5, that we do within the week that is assigned. So if it's Monday, it'll be due Saturday. Okay, if it's Wednesday, it'll be due Saturday. Okay? That still gives you plenty of time to do it. And you can do it early if you need to. It's pretty easy. Right? But only one person has to turn it in for the whole grade, for the whole group. Both of these assignments are located within the lab manual posted on Blackboard. So all you have to do is look into the lab manual. All right, and I'll be posting an assignments post on there to tell you where to put it. Okay, all you really have to do is either you can take a picture of it, you can write it down, you can take a picture of it with your phone and put it on the assignments category. You can scan it using a PDF. You can even write it in the document using a PDF, or do it on Word. Write the question and then write in the answer. Please write in the question, because if you just write in the answer, I don't know what question you're writing about. All right? That's very confusing to me. If you're just writing in the answer, I don't know what question you're talking about. So please write in the question first and then write in the answer. And then put it into the assignments whenever I post it on Blackboard in the course content folder. Let's see what's next. Each week, lab assignments are be submitted on Blackboard as well. Okay, the submission of these lab assignments will be counted as attendance in lab. There'll be approximately 2 assignments per week, Monday and Wednesday, depending on what's happening that week. So if there's a lab practical, you can only turn in 1 because it's only one thing. These lab assignments are also individual grades, okay? So you're gonna need to turn these in singly. The lab assignments go through the questions within the chapter, okay? So you're gonna need to go through the questions, answer most of them. I'll tell you what questions you're gonna need to turn in, okay? And then it'll tell you in the assignment checklist, in the assignment turn-in, what questions you're going to need to turn in the lab assignment. Assessments, exam policies. Exam materials will be taken from PowerPoint presentations, homework assignments. I can take them from the textbook. I can take them from other exams. Okay. This is a college level course. Okay, I expect you to be able to study like a college level student. 4 midterm exams will be given. The lowest grade will be dropped. Okay. Exams dated are listed in the class schedule. I have them listed in there. Each exam will remain open for an extended period during the week. I'll give you approximately 2 days. I believe that's what I gave the last class. Giving you the opportunity to take the exam according to your personal schedule. Yeah, this is just, I'll give you some amount of time to take it, and then it'll be closed. Once the exam closes, it will not remain opened. If you miss the exam, that's your drop exam, right? That's your lowest exam. That's it dropped. Once again, the final exam is mandatory, and it's Monday, December 7th. Okay, that final exam will remain open for a little bit, but I do have final grades that I need to turn in, so it's not going to remain open for too long, probably about 2 days. So the 7th and the 8th probably. 3 laboratory practicals will be given. These will not be dropped. Okay, make sure that you don't miss these. Once again, these will be open for some amount of time. Lab practical will be 80% of your overall lab exam grade, or lab grade. The lab assignments will make up the remaining 20% of your lab grade. Okay, that includes pre and post and lab assignments. So 20% is the pre, post, and lab assignments, and then 80% is the lab practicals and the lab reports. One thing that I need to talk about with y'all, because I had some of this last semester, plagiarism. Okay, I had a lot of people plagiarize on practical exams. I had a lot of people plagiarize on reports and other things. Taking someone's ideas, either in writing, art, or otherwise, and passing it off as your own. This is cheating. This is plagiarism. I will not tolerate it. Okay? Using this in your exams, using this in anything, will be counted as an automatic 0. Okay? I will count this as an automatic 0 for your project. I will count this as an automatic 0 for your exam. And if I see it further, I will count this as an automatic 0 for your semester. I do not joke. Okay. If you do not believe you're in case of cheating, you can offer evidence against me, and then I will offer evidence against you. That is what I will say about that. The rest of this is just curtains. So, course instructor concerns, you can talk to the department chair. Student support, free tutoring. This does include anybody at the front office. There is TAs available to you. Caitlin Colquitt is a TA for this class, so if you need to, you can reach out to her. It's katlyn.colquitt@sjcd.edu, and you can reach out to her at any time about any questions that you might have. She is a TA for this class if you need assistance. Personal health and safety. There's a lot of here about COVID-19. If you're staying home, staying away from people, keeping a mask on, keeping yourself clean, please be safe. There's a lot of anxiety with this. Okay, withdrawal policy. I will not drop students. That's up to you. Don't have any choice there. You have to drop yourself. All right? Repeat rule. Yep, that's your policies. Honesty statement. Pretty much what I talked about in the plagiarism and cheating area. Emergency response. College closures. If you have SJC Alert Me, it'll send you a voicemail or text or anything about those. If you don't have SJC Alert Me, I would go ahead and get that. It's helpful to know what's going on at the college. Use of student email. I will only contact you through your SJC email. Okay? That's the only way that I know to contact you. Okay, if there is any other way, that can compromise my email and that can compromise the school. Okay, that has a lot of spam implications and other things. All right, So if you cannot go through SJC email, you have to find a way to do that. Class recording statement, it's on YouTube, so whatever. I'm not going to be recording you. You can record me whenever you want. But once this class is over, this channel ends, or this content goes away. Computer security, yeah, I mean, this is your login ID. I don't know it. You should know it. You're responsible for all actions, functions for your ID. And campus carry law, if you're not on campus, that's all you. Graduation information, if you're graduating, that's your information right there. Enough about that one. We can talk about the lab. So mostly in the lab syllabus, I changed one thing. How is the lab run? Because we have an online lab instead of a physical one, I have to teach you through the computer how the labs work. Most of the labs are dry labs. That means that we don't really have to use materials from a lab to do this project. So I'll be teaching you through PowerPoints, through things that I can find around the house, and I'll be teaching you through your notebook that I'll be posting online, okay? So any wet labs, these materials are cheap. These are materials that you can find around the house. So one lab that you'll be doing is the potato and using hydrogen peroxide. You can find that in any grocery store or drugstore or whatever. So once again, I understand that technology is not always available, so these will be on YouTube. So all of these that I've set up through YouTube, pre-labs, lab assignments, and post-labs should be done on time with good standing, okay? I've already explained how these are done, how these are going to be due. Student learning outcomes, apply scientific reasoning to investigate questions, utilize scientific tools such as microscopes, laboratory equipment, communicate effectively, yeah, describe characteristics of life, methods of inquiry. One of the things that I wanted to talk to you about with the lab, I expect you to work in groups, okay? If that does not work for you, too bad, okay? I need you to work in groups because this is how life works, all right? This is a needed part of life, okay? One of the outcomes in the syllabus is teamwork. You have to consider other people's points of view, and you have to consider working interdependently. Interdependently, that means working together with others. All right, you have to share that responsibility. Once I get the group set together, once I have everybody in the class and set up together, because registration has extended, I have to make sure that everybody's in the class so I can set up the groups. Once I have everybody set up, you need to work together in your group to make sure that you can put together your projects, you can put together your post labs, and make sure that you can put all that together. It is part of your grade to work in a group. Everything else in here is pretty much the same. Okay, we can move on to the class schedule. This is pretty much going to be a tentative class schedule. Tentative meaning that it may change throughout the time, but I'm pretty much going to stick to this. So today we're just going to go over the introduction to course and syllabus, labs, safety. Not really a whole lot to do there. I just realized there's a typo in lab safety. It's supposed to be safety. Whatever. Next time we'll be talking about introduction to biological concepts, and then for lab we'll be talking about metric measurements. You probably already know metric measurements, but the first couple of labs will be basic stuff, and then we'll be hyping up to more extreme level stuff later on. So the first two sessions of lecture will be biological concepts, and then life of chemistry, and then Labor Day is the 7th, so we don't have class that day. Right, and then carbon compounds of life, cells, and membrane transport, and then your first test is on the 21st. So make sure that you study for that. Those times on the schedule, I'm probably not going to follow those times, so just keep that in mind, okay? I'm probably going to follow a broader time, so I'm probably going to bring it up at probably 9 o'clock on that day, and then probably end it a day later. There's some typos in this. Anyway, I think that's all I have for this. If you have any questions, please email me. All right, let me know what you think about this. If you have any concerns about this class or anything like that, please let me know. All right, I will see you later.